Have you ever stopped to think about who actually writes the rules that protect your information online? You know, for everything from your bank account to your social media? Well, it turns out there's this kind of master blueprint for all of it, a really important document called NIST SB 800-53. Today, we're going to pull it apart and see exactly how it keeps our digital lives safe.
I mean, just think about your day. You've probably already checked your email, scrolled through a feed, maybe bought something online. Every single click creates data. And all that data is flowing through all these different systems, and honestly, it's all at risk. So that brings up a pretty big question, right? Who's actually in charge of making the rules to protect all of it?
You have to understand, our digital world, it's basically a constant battlefield. Every single day, there are people out there looking for any little crack in the armor they can find. And because everything is so connected now, we're talking everything from your personal finances to the actual power grid, one little mistake can cause a massive domino effect.
And let's be clear, this isn't some abstract what-if scenario. This is happening right now. Every day, organizations are fighting off attacks. And when they get hit, it's not just their computers that are in trouble, it's our data, our information, our privacy, our stuff. It's why we absolutely need a smart, standardized game plan for defense.
And that's where this comes in. This is the game plan, NIST Special Publication 853. You can think of it as the master security blueprint. It's really the go-to guide for building a digital fortress that can actually stand up to these threats. So, what is it exactly? Well, imagine a giant catalog, just packed with the best ways to handle security and privacy. It was originally made for U.S. federal agencies, but it's so good that its ideas have spread, everywhere. It's now shaping how companies all over the world protect their, and our, information. Now, the entire blueprint is built around this one simple idea, a control. And don't let the technical word fool you. A control is really just a safeguard. It could be something super technical, like data encryption, or it could be as simple as making sure you lock the door to the server room. The goal is always the same: bring the risk down to a level we can all live with. Okay, so now that we know what these controls are, let's kind of peek under the hood and see how they actually work. We're going to break one down and see how these fundamental building blocks fit together to create this super robust security plan.
And when I say this thing is comprehensive, I mean it. The controls are all neatly sorted into 20 different families, and they cover the whole shebang, from the absolute basics, like who gets to log into a system, all the way to really modern stuff like managing the risks in your supply chain. It's a truly complete A to Z guide.
Let's make this real. Here's an actual control. Imagine your job is to run a company website. This control says you need to regularly check that site to make sure no private information got posted by accident. But, and this is the really cool part, notice how it doesn't say how often you have to check. That part's up to you. And that right there is the secret sauce: flexibility. This is what they call an assignment operation. It's basically a fill-in-the-blank in your security plan. NIST gives you the what, but you decide on the when or who. So, a tiny startup might decide to check their website once a month. But a huge hospital dealing with patient records, they might set that frequency to every single day. See, it's incredibly adaptable.
And then there's the other side of that coin, the selection operation. This one's more like a multiple choice question. The blueprint will give you a list of approved options, and you pick the one that makes the most sense for you. For example, a control might say you have to authenticate users with, say, multi-factor authentication or passwords or biometrics. You choose. Again, it's all about making it fit your specific needs.
Okay, so this isn't just some old document we're looking at. This master blueprint just got a massive, massive upgrade. The latest version, called Revision 5, is a total game changer, and it's built to handle the security challenges we're facing right now.
So Revision 5 brought some huge updates. First, it's now focused on the outcome, the what, not the who. It cares that the job gets done, not which department does it. Second, and this is huge, it fully integrates privacy with security. They're on equal footing now, which forces everyone to think about protecting our data from the very start. Third, it adds a brand new section just for the supply chain, which is critical because you're only as strong as your weakest link. And finally, they've made the blueprint easier for everyone to use, not just security specialists, but developers, architects, you name it. And get this, it's not stopping there. The plan is to move all this great content from a static document into a living, breathing, interactive website. No more digging through a giant PDF. This will make it way easier for organizations to find and use these critical protections. So, I know we've been talking about government agencies and regulations, and you might be thinking, okay, but why does this matter to me? Well, it matters a lot, because the ideas in this blueprint, they're the same ideas that shape how companies everywhere protect your personal data. At the end of the day, it's all about protecting your PII, or personally identifiable information. That's the stuff that makes you, you. Your name, your address, your social security number. And this latest version of the blueprint puts protecting your PII right at the top of the list. It's a huge shift, recognizing that our privacy is just as important as a company's security. You know, there's this quote that just nails the whole point of this. It's not just about technology. It's about taking what we as people want for our own privacy and building systems that actually deliver on that. It's about making technology work for us, not the other way around. All right, so let's boil it all down. What's the big takeaway? NIST SP 853 is this incredible, flexible blueprint for digital defense. It's not a law, but its best practices are basically setting the standard for how everyone protects our data. And with this new, stronger focus on privacy, it's more important to all of us than ever before. So the blueprint is upgraded and stronger than ever, which is great. But the threats are always evolving too. The bad guys never stop. It makes you wonder, right? What's next? What is the next generation of digital defense even going to look like? And how do we make sure our security and our privacy are protected as we move into that future?